Oh, well, I think the quotas is an interesting piece. I can understand, and I absolutely understand why the argument for having quotas. I've heard a lot of women say that without quotas, a lot of companies would not be motivated to employ women. And I think that in some circumstances that is probably correct. But I would think that in our situation, we value talent very, very highly, and we don't care whether a person is a man or a woman, whether they're a Muslim or a Christian or whatever. We probably have one of the most diverse organisations you could possibly come across, and to have imposed you must have this particular element of diversity take precedence over everything else doesn't seem right to me. I don't think gender should be given precedence over any of the other diversity characteristics. So to say I don't support it isn't quite right. I understand it, but I think what we do is we employ on merit, and we've got a lot of women actually in our ranks, not numerically, because frankly in Africa, that it's a very different cultural sort of setting, but we do have quite a number of women in quite senior technical roles, women who have been through the universities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And when I talk to them about gender quotas and things like that, they get pretty angry, I must admit, because they believe that in a sense it's devaluing their currency. They've been appointed to these roles because they're damn good at what they do, and they don't like the idea of somebody getting a job first up because they're a woman, as opposed to anything else, or in preference to anything else. So I think the whole issue around gender and diversity, is something that needs to be intelligently interpreted. And as I said, our organisation is immensely diverse, and I think we're much better for that experience, to be frank.